You do have carriers, so you may as well. Oh man, we could make you into a really good destroyer captain. Lancer and drill master. But that's more for anti-capital ship warfare, which you're not doing. You know what? I'm going to add... Who was it with the air controller? To you. You're going to get those 4 destroyers. You're also going to get the 3rd carrier. I know it's only a small one. Oh no, it's a big one. Huh. Well, congratulations. You have a new carrier. Send him for repair, send him for repair. Because you're fighting in the Mediterranean, apparently coming up against a lot of carriers. Also, look at how freaking experienced these guys are. That's kind of crazy. Can we swing around east for an encirclement? No. We don't have the capacity for any attacks right now. All we're trying to do is slow them down until hopefully Germany and the Soviets go to war. Though right now Germany seems much more interested in doing basically everything they can possibly do that's annoying. So Hitler's basically being a Hitler. Why are we not attacking? Because, you know, feel free. There's literally nobody here. Apparently their tanks already escaped. Meanwhile, Free France is attacking into Nigeria pretty nicely. We're actually grabbing a lot of land there. And I'm quite happy for this to go to Free France. Because I want them to build up A, manpower, and B, industry. Ooh, sank another battleship. Nice. And Soviets, how are you losing? 2.2 million. They've only actually killed 38,000 of ours. I think most of the damage we've taken here is attrition.
Pushing them back, sir!
Yikes.
Let's go!
We have nobody going here. So these guys should be able to make an escape. Iraq is now... Oh, nuts! That's going to be another freaking place I have to defend against the Soviets. No, this is Germany. This is not the Soviets. The Soviets are in a different war. Iraq is not in the war against the Soviets. Unless the Soviets decide to declare war on them, which they might. Okay, we backed off. We're good. Oh, hello, Navy. I am wondering if I want to switch my home seas fleet for the Indonesian fleet. Although right now you could really do with a lot of repair. To the extent where I think I'm just going to send you all home. Because I think you're just being targeted by aeroplanes, slowly but surely. We could send you over here to go and fight the Japanese. Although I'm not really ready for offensive operations. We haven't even sent strike force. Why? That would explain why you've got no experience and why everything here has been uncontested. Oh, it's annoying. Move the home fleet to the Med, and the Med to the Far East. Possibly. How are we doing for a supply? Yeah, that's not improving at all. I think that's simply because of the damage being done. No, actually, it's not. Well, the line of forts is almost finished. In fact, they're almost at the line of forts. We're getting completely overwhelmed in the skies. Why don't we have any support planes active? That's all of these guys should be support planes. Okay, I'm going to assign you myself, because this is silly. Okay, now we're active. Why weren't you before? Okay, the fighters are mine. But we clearly need more of them. What's your problem? Oh, you don't have any orders. Fair enough. Ooh, we have some units ready for deployment. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Ah, it's the colonial garrison units. In case they ever actually got their naval invasion off the ground.
Ready to move!
Because thus far I've been playing an extremely dangerous game of just not defending the British Isles. And you really shouldn't do that. Meanwhile, how's the production of the other units coming along? Actually, pretty well. How many shock troops do we have? 12. Building another 5, that's 17. 22. Or do I want to start working on some desert infantry units? I think I kind of got to, honestly. Six, 2, 1. 6, 2, 1. Recon, engineers, field hospitals, support artillery, save. Cool, you loyalists. Why not? Alright, let's... Oh, yes, also need to make you specialist. Then we're going to train you lot instead. Wait, why are the Soviets attacking into Iraq now? Because Iraq's in the Allies and the Soviets are at war with the Allies. That's why. Fiddlesticks. There's no way I can defend that. Not even going to try. I'm struggling to hold this tiny little front, so how's that going to be? Impossible. Ah, you guys are finished down here. Finally. I mean, you could assist over here, but I suspect that they're already having, supply issues. I don't really want to compound that. We could send you to go and fight over here. In fact, no, I have a better idea.
Ready to move. Ready, sir.
I'm going to send you back to your armies. This doesn't actually disband them, this just returns them to their owner.
Attention.
Because South Africa should be the one responsible for Africa, and I'll just let them deal with this. Then that leaves these three to join your army, which means the three that I was training I don't need anymore. And that's good. More oil for the enemy. Unfortunately, Iraq is where a lot of it comes from. They're not at war with Iran. If Iran came, if they declared war on Iran, then I'd have another significant problem to deal with. We could go... Oh no, that's way ahead of time. We can get the improved depth charge. I would also at some point like to upgrade my cruisers for better recon. We also need to research better battleships at some point. Although I don't think that's nearly as important as better destroyers. So let's get this. We can get the 1944 depth charges in just 48 days. That's pretty nice.
Keep on moving.
Let's go and close off this salient before this falls.
Ready to move.
Now we're getting a lot more planes involved. And are getting crushed by their fighters. Not a huge amount I can do about that. Oh, hold on. I now need to defend that province as well, don't I? Oh, it already is. Never mind. Yes! Mordred foresight! Excellent! Right, let's get that to level 5. And that will do for the moment, I guess? Time to set a fall back on the fort line. We are already on the fort line. These two are.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Guys, hurry up and take that salient. I'm gonna have soldiers that are constantly trying to move in to replace them.
Come on.
I don't want them to. And every time they're moving, they're taking the 12% attrition. They're not going for it. They've... Oh yes, they are. Those guys are.
Attention.
Done.
Pushing them back, sir.
Whoa, America's brought in a lot of troops. Crikey. Unfortunately, this is going to be straining my supply even worse than before. Screw it. Just make all of this level 10. Apparently, this is going to be the location of a massive war, so... Ah! Improved jungle and desert clothing. Good. We can also get the infantry upgrade, which we're going to do. So why are their units so bloody effective against mine? They have the same supply issues. I have a lot more soft attack, I have a lot more defense in their breakthrough. And they do have some pierce in their units, but probably not enough to really pierce the armor on my units. Unfortunately, I have so few heavy tanks that we're not getting the armor bonuses. That's, I think, probably what's happening here. Yeah, we're 500 short. $3,000 artillery short. So let's cut you, let's increase you, let's increase you, let's increase you, and then increase fighter production. We'll do that. Now we don't need to import quite so much steel, so we won't. We do need a little bit more chromium, and we do need a lot more aluminium. Buy one from Norway too. And our convoy usage is way down. How many more do I need to build? 20 odd. I'm going to reduce that by 100. So we just made 500 more instead of 600. Which is fine. Bristol Blenheim done. I think... I'm still researching those. The 42s. That's all 43. Right, we could also get the tank upgrades, which would increase their defensiveness. Let's do that. See you, Marshal. I didn't think Sinai was the choke point. Ports in Marsama 2. Which I think is this bit. See, this is white. Yeah, it's not Sinai. There's enough supply here. The other thing I could do is try to upgrade the port in Beirut, but I don't think that's going to do much good. So instead, let's upgrade that port. Maybe not to level 7. Let's get it to level... Level 7, still level 10. That's what I meant to say. And I want these forts to be finished before the Soviets get here. Preferably.
Orders!
It actually looks like the Americans and Malaysians are going to be holding Iraq for us. Oh dear. Oh no, this is good. We're actually taking Sardinia off of Italy. Well done. Ah, advanced computing. Excellent. Let's go and get decryption.
Orders!
Some of you are almost trained, but oh man, you are so weak. Yeah, another thing which I think this mod has done is affected the strength modifiers of support equipment and tanks and things. Because I am short on support equipment. And artillery. Balancing the economy is definitely a different beast. Oh, great. So I can't get Tizard. Because they're not at peace. You have to do this while they're at peace. Well, that's unfortunate. I can't get the electronics bonus from this. Should just be bypassed then. Marines and transport. You know what? No, we're going to go air production. I need to get my fighters sorted out. Actually, hang on. Hang on. There's a bonus to fighter production over here, isn't there? Yeah, there is. I'm an idiot. Should have got that first. I just don't know the vanilla focus trees as well as I know the Kaiserreich ones. What equipment am I not short of? Carrier fighters. Maritime planes. And dive bombers, apparently. We could add even more of those, though I don't know what help that would be. Oh, actually, you know what? It would be helpful over here. Actually, hold on. Free French. And free French. And these are going to be close air support here. Ever so slightly oversubscribed, but that just means somebody else needs to move back. Cool. Well, we have a lot of convoys now, but that's just because America's not shipping me 1,000,000 guns anymore, I think. What I am going to need from them is support equipment and artillery, though. So, oh, America! Request Lend-Lease. Artillery. Support. Support equipment they'll do. Artillery they won't. Too bad. Unfortunately, we're building so many supporty type things. What we really need to be doing is building more military factories.
Attention!
Missing a lot of artillery. Small arms not so bad. Yeah, they're only actually missing 12 guns now, but 34 support, 20 tank destroyers, 20 artillery, and 19 motorized. I can't pierce their armor because my heavy tanks aren't up to scratch. So we are repulsing that attack just about. Okay, now the Sinai infrastructure is starting to hurt. Oh no, that's Palestine. And Sinai. All of them except for Alexandria, so let's move you down. Cairo seems to be doing alright. Lebanon needs it. Damascus needs it. Sinai and Palestine need it. Okay. Yeah, Dempsey is a field marshal. But I'm using him as a general, because he's a very, very good general. Plus, this means that like any experience you get as a general carries over as a field marshal, so I'm training him up on the field to become a really good field marshal, basically. Even though Alan Brooke is already excellent, but he can eventually replace some of these other guys, like Brian. And part of the problem is I have 3 really good field marshals. Yeah, they might be air bombing supply lines. Yeah, they probably are. This is why I really... Oh, you know what I stopped doing? I stopped researching my heavy fighters. Not that I'd have the production capacity for them. I mean, part of the problem is we're up against German and Soviet production here at the same time. Like, Britain's production's decent, but it's not on par with them. And I don't know where America's Air Force is. Usually America's Air Force is what kind of wins you it. Why do I have an Air Force in Norway? Oh! This is a huge Air Force. Except for the torpedo bombers, I don't care about. I have 300 fighters here. Let's upgrade the airbase in Cyprus. Because it's pretty close. Let's also upgrade the radar in Cyprus. Aha! Good. Convoy production is almost done. Then after that, we can start producing the... What ship do we need, actually? Do we need Vascos or do we need course lines? You guys are screens. You have the wrong icon. You're supposed to be that. We need escorts, I think. Okay. What did you just finish doing? Battleship upgrade. I still need to do a lot of research on these things, but what I really need are heavy fighters to stop the incessant bombing! Might be an idea to start on one of the bigger ships. Quite frankly, we've won the naval war. I don't see that being a problem. Like, we've taken barely any losses to our capital ship fleets. We just need to keep building screens because we're power projecting a lot more. Like, the naval war is over. The only one really left with a navy is Japan. And even that, I'm relatively confident I could take down pretty quickly. How's the USA doing for fleet size? 300 ships. Yeah, USA's got this. Probably. Oh. They took a bunch of land here and then immediately lost it again. It's unfortunate. Now the RAF is fighting. Kind of. You. And go into the last couple of months. Bombers disrupted 8,600. Oh no, that's enemy bombers. That's not ours. Our bombers disrupted 0. So that's not the problem I thought it was. We're just not sending in many planes for some reason. It could be because of the supply shortages. Actually, the other thing I want to do is upgrade the Spitfires again.